So good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss the textbook questions of lesson number 2, Geography, that is physical features of India. Now, first, let me share the screen. Okay. Is my screen visible? Okay, fine. Then, first question is choose the right answer. Choose the right answer from the 4 alternatives given below. Now, first question is the landmass bounded by sea on 3 sides is referred to as. So, what it is referred to as bounded by sea on 3 sides? That is peninsula. Clear? Next is mountain ranges in the eastern part of India forming its boundary with Myanmar are collectively called as. The answer will be, I had all marked all the answers, Purvachal, and these questions of this choose the correct and all, you can just mark it in the book itself. But the answer the following briefly and rest of the answers you have to do it in the notebook. Clear? So the third one, the western coastal strips south of Goa is referred to as Kannad. The highest peak in Eastern Ghat is Mahendragiri. Clear? You have marked, I think, all this in the book. Now, the first question. What are tectonic plates? First question, what are tectonic plates? Can anybody answer this question? What are tectonic plates? Anybody knows the answer? If knows, then raise your hand. If you know the answer, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Trisha, okay, fine. Trisha, I'm unmuting you. What are tectonic plates? Trisha, okay.
Ma'am, due to internal heat of the earth, the
Hmm.
semi-molten rocks begin to move towards the earth crust
Hmm.
and they divide into large fragments which are called tectonic plates.
Yes. So, in short, we can say that large fragments, that means pieces of the Earth's crust, torn due to the rising conventional currents. Yes, you are correct. You have said so only, are called tectonic plates. Good. Next question is, which continents of today were part of Gondwana land? Which which part of today were which continents of today were part of Gondwana land? Anybody? I'm not able to see who has raised the hands up. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself and answer. Who can answer?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, the continents which were part of the Gondwana land were the India, Australia, South Africa, South America, and Antarctica.
Yes, very good. So the continents today, which were the part of Gondwana land, was South America, South Africa, part of Asia, that is India, Arabia, Malaya, Australia, and Antarctica continents. Clear? Good, very good. Who was this? Who had given the answer?
Ma'am,
Yes.
Mayank.
Very good, Mayank. Okay, next. Next question is, what is the Babar? Babar?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, yes,
Ma'am,
yes,
Babur is basically a narrow belt
yes.
of plain which
Hmm.
is covered by pebbles
Very
and
good.
which lie along the foothills of Shivaliks.
Very good. Babar is a narrow belt of the which plain? Ganga plain. Especially you have to mention Ganga plain covered with pebbles. Clear? Along the foothills of the Shivaliks. Good. Next question. Name the three major divisions of Himalayas from
Ma'am,
north
may I
to
answer?
south. Yes, yes.
Ma'am, may I?
Wait. The one
Ma'am,
who was said first.
may I?
Ma'am, the
Mayank.
first
Huh?
Ma'am, the first part is the inner Himalayas or the Himadri. The second part is the middle Himalayas or Himachal.
Very
The
good.
third part is the outer Himalayas or Shivalik.
Very good. Very good. Okay, fine. That means you are doing your homework very well. You are revising, okay? Whatever taught to you. Good. Next, which plateau lies between the Aravali and Vindhyan ranges?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
shall
may
I
I?
tell?
Wait, wait,
Ma'am,
wait.
ma'am, may I?
Wait. Let me see. Sneha. Okay. Now, Sneha.
Ma'am, Malwa Plateau lies between the Aravalli and the Vindhyana ranges.
Very good. Good. Next, name the islands group of India having coral origin. Yes, Goranshi.
Ma'am, may I? Ma'am,
Goranshi.
may I?
Ma'am,
Name the island groups of
Lakshadweep
India.
Island.
Island. This is called island. S is silent. Okay.
Ma'am, may I?
Lakshadweep
Ma'am,
Lakshadweep
Island.
Island.
Wait a second. One second. Now you have to
Ma'am, let's see.
Lakshadweep. Good. Next question is about distinguish between. Now the distinguish between is you have to distinguish between converging plates and diverging plates. So first you will speak out about converging plate. The first point, 1 point you can tell me about converging plate. Anybody about converging plate? Yes, Trisha.
Ma'am, can I try?
Yes,
Ma'am, can I
Trisha.
try?
Okay, fine.
Ma'am, converging plates are drifting plates which are over the mantle of the earth, and when two or more plates are pushed towards each other, they are
Very good.
called converging plates.
Very good.
And
Okay.
ma'am, tectonic plates,
No, diverging.
when the internal,
Hmm.
what ma'am?
Converging
Diverging
plate. Now
plates.
diverging
Okay.
plates. हाँ.
Ma'am, they are moving away. Ma'am, diverging plates are moving away from each other, but converging plates are pushed towards each other.
Very good, very good. Now this is the first point of difference between converging and diverging. 1 point, that is the tectonic plates coming towards each other. They are called converging plates, and in diverging, they are moving away from each other. Clear? This is the great major distinction between converging and diverging. Converging, they are coming towards each other. Diverging, they are moving away from each other. Second point. Yes, Mayank. Now second point. Mayank, you can speak out the second point of distinction between converging and diverging. Anybody else? Okay. So this was the major difference. Second difference we can give that while coming towards each other, the converging plates either collide or crumble, or one of them slides under the other. As generally we have seen that things which are coming towards each other, they either collide or crumble. Clear? The same thing with the converging plate also. Then they are coming towards each other, they either collide or crumble. That is, they break, or they bang towards each other. And one of them slides, or it can also happen that one of them slides under the other. This thing can also happen in converging plates. But in diverging plate, they move away from each other, and that is why they do not collide or crumble. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, yeah, now this is the question of the textbook. In your textbook, you can see the, you have opened the textbook. You can see the
Yes,
textbook.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now the third major distinction between converging and diverging is converging plates cause folding. That means it is a type of means structure called folding, whereas the diverging plate cause cracks or fractures on earth crust. Clear? So these are the three major distinctions between converging and diverging plate. Now, the second distinction you have to give about Bangar and Khadar. Yes, Bangar and Khadar. Who is going to give me the distinction, difference between Bangar and Khadar?
Ma'am, I can give 1 point.
Okay, 1.2 is going to give. Trisha?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who is another one?
ma'am, Sneha.
Sneha. Okay, Sneha. Trisha, you speak 1 point. Trisha, Sneha and Trisha, one point each. Okay? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, Bhangar is an older alluvium, or we
Very
can
good.
say it's an old soil which
Very good.
formed in large parts of northern plains.
Very good.
But ma'am, Khadar is newer and it has younger deposits of the flood plains, which
Yes.
is known as Khadar.
Very good. So, next who is going to give?
Ma'am, Sneha.
Yes, Sneha.
Ma'am, second point is that ma'am in Bhagar, ma'am,
Mhm.
they lie above floodplains of rivers, but ma'am
Yes.
in Khadar, ma'am, they low lying next to the river.
Very good. Okay. Next, anybody else?
Ma'am,
Yes.
one more point I know.
Yes. Speak out.
Ma'am, it
Sne-
is ma'am in Bhagar, ma'am, it is less fertile, but ma'am in Khadar it is more fertile.
Very good. Good. Next, okay, these 3 points very much correct. That first in Bhangar, this is a highland composed of old alluvium. Clear? Whereas in Khadar, it is a lowland and composed of new alluvium. Clear? Second point, it is Bhangar is above the level of the floodplain, whereas Khadar is flooded almost every year, and its new alluvial is deposited, as it is flooded every year, and that is why new alluvial is deposited over there. Then calcareous nodules are known as kankar is there in Bhangar, whereas in Khadar, clay soil, which is very fertile. Which soil is very fertile? Clay soil, which is very fertile, is present in Khadar. Then next, this is not much. Bangar is not suited for cultivation because the nodules are calcareous, that is conker form. It is pebble, and where the Khadar soil is clayey soil, and it is ideal for intensive agriculture. So these differences we can say for Bangar and Khadar. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine, good. Then now comes the next distinction between Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. A clear
Mm,
distinction is given in your book, one paragraph. Okay, now Priyal. Okay, Priyal, you will give,
Yeah,
yes, 1 point.
ma'am. The
Ma'am, may I
Western
tell?
Ghats mark the western edges of the Deccan Plateau,
Good.
and Eastern Ghats mark the eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau.
Very good, very good. This is the main distinction, that Western, as the name indicates, marks the western edge of the Deccan Plateau, and Eastern Ghats marks the eastern edge of the Deccan Plateau. Now
Ma'am,
Gunjan,
second point, shall I tell?
Gunjan, yes.
Ma'am, Western Ghats lie parallel to the western coast, and ma'am, Eastern Ghats lie parallel to the eastern coast. of the Deccan Plateau. Ma'am, both lie to the Deccan Plateau.
They lie, just I want to correct here that they lie parallel. Western Ghats lie parallel to the western coast. Yes, you were correct. But along the Arabian Sea. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, third point
Western
shall I
Ghats
tell?
Ma'am,
along
may
the
I?
Arabian Sea. Wait, let me clear this point. Then Eastern Ghats lie along the eastern coast. You were correct at that time, but they lie along the Bay of Bengal. So
Bengal
the
also.
Arabian Sea here in Western Ghats, and they lie along the Bay of Bengal in Eastern Ghats. Clear? Yes, another point
Yes,
who is
ma'am.
going to give?
Ma'am, Sneha.
Okay, Sneha.
Ma'am, third point is, ma'am, they have a higher elevation of 900 to 1600 meter in ma'am Western Ghats, but
Okay.
ma'am in Eastern Ghats, ma'am, they have lower elevation of 600 meters.
Very good. This is another major distinction between Western and Eastern, that the average height is between 900 to 1600 meters of Western Ghats, whereas the height is 600 meters only in Eastern Ghats. Another, any distinction more, Trisha, remaining?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I
Okay,
know.
fine. Yes.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes,
Ma'am,
yes.
in Western Ghats,
Hmm.
the rain come mostly in summer due to monsoon,
Okay.
and the climate is hot and moist. But in
Hmm.
Eastern Ghats, the rain comes both in summer and winter,
Hmm.
and through winter the rain comes more.
Okay, fine.
And
Yes.
ma'am, the rain is lesser than the Western Ghats.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, this can
Ma'am,
be
one
also
more
there.
point I know.
One more point. Main one more point is there. Very typical point. Yes, who I am waiting for that point only for to come out from
Ma'am,
you. Yes, Neha.
ma'am, in Western Ghats, ma'am, this soil is very highly fertile. Ma'am,
Hmm.
just example, ma'am, rice, spices. But
Hmm.
ma'am, in Eastern Ghats, the soil is not as fertile. Ma'am,
Yes.
in ma'am, example, rice, ground, nuts, and cotton.
Hmm. But another one thing more I want to know from you all. One thing, major distinction about the highest peak. You have not giving that highest peak. Both Eastern and Western Ghats are different. The highest peak. Do you remember?
Yes,
Anybody
ma'am.
remember?
Can I?
Yes,
Ma'am,
yes,
can I?
yes.
Ma'am, Western Ghat height increases
No, no, no. Highest
progressively.
peak I want. Highest peak I wanted to know. The highest peak in Western Ghats.
Ma'am, Anai Mudi and
Very
Doda
good.
Belta.
The highest peak. Yes, that was the point I wanted to know from you all. That the highest peak in Western Ghat is Anaimudi with height of 2,695 meter, and it is above the sea level. And the Eastern Ghats, the highest peak is the highest.
Mahendragiri.
Very good. The highest peak is Mahendragiri with the height of 1,501 meter above the sea level. So this much everybody is clear about?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. Okay, fine. Now coming to the next question. Describe how the Himalayas were formed. Describe how the Himalayas were formed. Wait, Goranshi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you know the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Ma'am, the collision between the Indian plates and Eurasian plates form the Himalayas range.
But this is little bit, you have to give in the lengthy form. You are correct, but in points, if you can elaborate the answer, because you have to describe. Describe means you have to describe how actually Himalayas were formed.
Ma'am, can I try?
Okay, fine.
Ma'am, 50
Ma'am,
million years ago, it till now,
Yes.
sediment rocks
ma'am,
have formed the Himalayan shapes.
Yes. Okay, let me clear it out. How the Himalayas were formed. First, you have to write down that the oldest landmass of India, that is peninsular part. So which is the oldest landmass of India? It is peninsular part, and that was the part of Gondwana land, which included India, Australia, South Africa and South America as one single
Antarctica.
landmass. Clear? Then you will write down that conventional currents split the earth crust into number of fragments, number of pieces, and thereby leading to the drifting of, that is lifting up of, Indo-Australian plate towards the north, and after being separated from Gondwana land, and after that it separated from the Gondwana land. Previously it was just one, but after conventional current splitted the earth's crust, it was drifted out of the Indo-Australian plate, and then it was separated from the Gondwana land. And the northward drift resulted in the collision of this plate with much larger Eurasian plate. Eurasian means Europe plus Asia, Eurasia. Then next you will write down, due to this collision, the sedimentary rocks which were accumulated in the geosyncline called the Tits were folded to form the mountain system of the West Asia and then Himalayas. And thus we can say that the Himalayas represent the youthful topography with high peaks, deep valleys, and fast flowing rivers. So description means you have to give in detail the answer. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So all these NCERT questions, you have to do it in the notebook. Next, and be careful about the map work. 3 India political map you have to use. Not physical. You have to use India political, 3 India political, and that is I have given in the student portal. How you have to do it, and you can do after doing it, writing the question, plus then do the paste the map by filling it the details. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next question.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, fine, good. Now, before I continue with the question, please once again type present in the chat box. Once again, please type present in the chat box. Okay, now which are the major physiographic divisions of India? Next
Ma'am, may I
question.
Ma'am,
type?
can I give?
Which are the major physiographic divisions of India? Only you have to write down which are the major. Next question, full
Ma'am,
question I have not given. Yes,
Can I?
yes,
Ma'am,
yes,
can I?
yes.
Ma'am, the northern plains,
Hmm.
the peninsular plateau,
Very good.
the Indian desert,
Very good.
the islands, the
Very good.
coastal plains,
Mhm.
and the Himalayan mountain
Very
wall
good.
of north.
Very good. Now, next, the second part of the question is contrast the relief of Himalaya region with that of peninsular plateau. Again, now you have to distinguish, or we can say you have to contrast between Himalayan region and the peninsular plateau. What is the main distinction between that? Yes.
Ma'am,
But,
may I tell one point?
okay, one point you can tell. Who is that? Give me the name.
Ma'am, Sneha.
Okay, Sneha.
Ma'am, in the Himalaya region, ma'am, they are the young fold mountains made from the uplift of strata formed by the sedimentary rocks.
Yes, good.
But ma'am, in the peninsular plateau, ma'am, they are created from igneous and metamorphic rocks after splitting of Gondwana land.
Good, very good. Good. Next,
Ma'am, one more point.
one
Ma'am,
more
can
point.
I?
Acha, another one now. I will give the chance to another one. Speak out your name first.
Ma'am,
Trisha?
Trisha.
Okay.
Ma'am, Himalayan region has the highest mountains of the world.
Yes.
But ma'am, in peninsular region, central highlands are formed of low hills,
Hmm.
and there is no high peak of worldwide fame
Okay.
of these.
So the hills of peninsular plateau are rounded due to large scale erosion over a long period time. And that is, example is given, Aravallis and Nilgiri hills. They are the examples of peninsular plateau. Clear? Yes. Next, anybody
Yes,
else?
ma'am.
Ma'am, one point. Ma'am,
One point.
Give the name and then speak out. Speak out your name
Nishika.
first.
Nishika Chaudhary.
Okay, Nishika.
Ma'am, I know 1 point.
Okay, give.
The northern plains have been formed by the interplay of 3 major river systems,
Yes.
namely the Indus,
Hmm.
the Brahmaputra, and the Ganga,
Okay.
along with its tributaries.
Then. Next.
And ma'am, it is formed of alluvial soil.
Okay, fine.
Ma'am
may I tell?
Trisha.
Ma'am
Ma'am
Trisha.
Trisha, can I tell? Ma'am, they are formed. Ma'am, in Himalayan region, they are formed at the edge of Indo-Genetic plains.
Hmm.
But ma'am, in Peninsular Plateau, they are formed at the edge of Deccan Plateau.
Okay. Harshita, you want
Ma'am,
to
may I
speak
tell?
anything? Harshita?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, yes.
Ma'am, I can tell.
Yes, Harshita.
The northern Indian plains have been formed due to the depositional activities of the Himalayan rivers.
Beta, I am on this question, Himalayan region and Peninsular Plateau.
Okay, ma'am.
You are giving, I think, Northern Plains answer. Next question answer, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. You give this answer. Account of Northern Plains of India. Okay.
So, ma'am, I can speak.
Okay, speak out. No problem.
This is one of the most fertile plains in the world.
Yes.
The plains spread over an area of 7 lakh square kilometer.
Yes, good. Yes.
And this much only.
Okay, good. Very good. Next,
Ma'am, may I
anybody
have the
can,
next question?
yes, Northern Plains, about the Northern Plains of India.
And northern plains, ma'am, one more point I know.
Yes,
Rishika
yes.
Chaudhary.
Huh?
Ma'am, these northern plains are divided into three major parts:
Yes.
the Punjab plain,
Very good.
the Ganga plains,
Very good.
and the Brahmaputra plains.
Very good. Yes. So I think everybody is clear about these. Northern Plains also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now short notes about Indian Desert, Central Highlands, and Island Group of India is there.
Ma'am, may I tell?
Okay. You first. You are speaking on what? You speak out that.
Ma'am,
Clear out
the
first.
Indian desert.
Indian Desert. Okay.
Ma'am, the Indian deserts lie towards the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. Ma'am, it is undulating sandy plains covered with sand dunes.
Very
Ma'am, it
good.
is also called Barchans. Ma'am,
Barchans are there. Yes.
Regions receives very low rainfall below 150 mm per year.
Very
15
good.
centimeter.
Yes.
It is arid climate with low vegetation cover.
Hmm.
And
And
streams appear during the rainy season.
and yes, one river is there. The only river. About the river you forgot? Which
Ma'am,
only?
Luni.
Very good. Luni is the only large river in this area. Now next, anybody else wants to speak out?
Yes, ma'am. Goranshi.
Koranchi, okay. On what topic you will
Ma'am,
speak out?
third one.
Third one, the
The
islands?
Iceland group of India.
Islands, beta, island. Okay.
Ma'am, island ही तो बोला.
हाँ, बोलो.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, there are two important groups of island.
Yes.
Ma'am, first one is Lakshadweep Island
Very
and
good.
second is Andaman and Nicobar Island.
Good, good.
Ma'am, the Lakshadweep Island is Lakshadweep
Hmm.
Island is located at Arabian Sea,
Very good.
and Andaman and Nicobar Island lies in the Bay of Bengal.
Yes, good.
Ma'am, the Lakshadweep Island is composed of small Korean islands.
Hmm. Yes. Coral origin formed. They are of coral origin formed, है ना? हाँ.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else you want to speak out?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Next, anybody else? On Central Highlands or on group of islands? Speak out your name. Yes.
On the Central Island, shall I tell, Ma'am Sneha?
Yes, Neha. Okay, fine.
Ma'am, the Central Island are the part of the Peninsular Plateau lying to the north of the Narmada River. Ma'am,
Yes.
it is the major area of Malwa Plateau.
Hmm.
Ma'am, the Vidyana Range is the bounded by the Central Highlands of the south and Aravalli Range on the northwest.
Okay, fine.
Ma'am, the river is flowed draining this region, ma'am, namely